Have you ever looked at a picture of the Great Pyramid of Giza and just thought, how? How did they build this colossal wonder over 4,500 years ago? Today, we are diving deep into the mysteries of the last surviving wonder of the ancient world. Forget everything you think you know, because the story of the Great Pyramid is more fascinating, complex, and human than you can possibly imagine. Let's travel back in time to ancient Egypt around 25 AD BC. The pharaoh Khufu is on the throne, a ruler in the fourth dynasty of the Old Kingdom. For the ancient Egyptians, the pharaoh wasn't just a king. He was a living god, a bridge between the heavens and the earth. His journey to the afterlife was of supreme importance, not just for him, but for the stability and prosperity of the entire kingdom. And for a god king like Khufu, a simple tomb just wouldn't do. He needed a stairway to heaven, a monument that would last for eternity. This was the vision behind the Great Pyramid. So, how did they pull it off? For a long time, the common story was that it was built by slaves toiling under the whip, but modern archaeology and historical records tell a very different and much more inspiring story. The builders were skilled Egyptian laborers. These weren't slaves. They were respected workers organized into highly efficient crews. They lived in a purpose-built city near the pyramid with bakeries, breweries, and medical facilities. We've found their tombs, which shows they were honored for their work. They were fed well with meat, bread, and beer, and they worked in seasonal shifts, likely during the annual flooding of the Nile when farming was impossible. This was a national project, a source of pride and unity for the entire population. Now for the big question, the construction. The Great Pyramid is made of an estimated 2.3 million stone blocks, most weighing around 2.5 tons. That's about the weight of an SUV. The core was built from limestone quarried right there on the Giza Plateau, but the outer casing, which would have made the pyramid gleam a brilliant white in the sun, was made of fine, polished Tura limestone brought from across the Nile. The heaviest granite blocks, some weighing up to 80 tons, were used for the king's chamber, and were transported all the way from Aswan, over 500 miles away. Imagine the logistics. They had to quarry these massive blocks using simple copper and stone tools, transport them on wooden sleds over dampened sand to reduce friction, and then lift them into place with breathtaking precision. The most popular theory is that they used a system of ramps, whether it was a single, long, straight ramp, a spiral ramp that corkscrewed around the pyramid, or an internal ramp. We still don't know for sure. Each theory has its pros and cons, and it's one of the greatest debates in Egyptology. What we do know is that the level of engineering was mind-boggling. The base of the pyramid is almost a perfect square, with the sides aligned almost exactly to the cardinal points north, south, east, and west. The accuracy is astonishing, even by today's standards. Let's step inside. The interior of the Great Pyramid is just as impressive as its exterior. Unlike later pyramids, the chambers here are located high up within the structure itself. You enter through what's now called the Robber's Tunnel and then ascend through narrow, steep passages. The most spectacular feature is the Grand Gallery, a breathtaking corridor that slopes upwards for over 150 feet, with a high, corbelled ceiling that is a masterpiece of architectural design. It's a space that was clearly built to inspire awe. At the end of the Grand Gallery, you arrive at the heart of the pyramid, the King's Chamber. It's a simple, unadorned room built entirely of that red granite from Aswan. Inside sits a single, massive, lidless sarcophagus, also carved from a single block of granite. It's too large to have been moved through the passages, so the pyramid must have been built around it. Interestingly, when the pyramid was first officially entered in the 9th century, this sarcophagus was found empty. Khufu's mummy and his treasures were gone. Were they stolen by ancient tomb robbers? Or was the pyramid ever truly his final resting place? This adds another layer of mystery to the monument. Above the king's chamber are 5 small relieving chambers. These weren't for people, but were ingeniously designed to distribute the immense weight of the pyramid above, preventing the king's chamber from collapsing. It is in these hidden chambers that archaeologists found the only direct mention of the pharaoh Khufu anywhere in the pyramid graffiti left by the work gangs with names like the Friends of Khufu Gang. It's a beautifully human touch, a signature from the past. But the purpose of the pyramid wasn't just to be a tomb. It was a complex machine for resurrection. The ancient Egyptians believed the pyramid helped launch the pharaoh's soul into the heavens to join the circumpolar stars, the stars that never set. The so-called air shafts pointing out from the king's and queen's chambers are now believed to be star shafts, aligned with specific constellations that were important to their religion, like Orion and Ursa Major. The pyramid wasn't just a grave marker. It was a cosmic engine. For thousands of years, the Great Pyramid stood as the tallest man-made structure on Earth, a record it held for over 3,800 years. It has survived earthquakes, wars, and the relentless passage of time. Its gleaming white casing stones were removed over the centuries to build the city of Cairo, leaving the tiered core structure we see today. But even without its polished skin, its power and majesty are undeniable. When you stand at its base and look up, you can't help but feel a connection to the past. You're standing in the footsteps of the skilled craftsmen, engineers, and laborers who dedicated their lives to building this monument. The Great Pyramid isn't just a pile of stones. It's a testament to human ingenuity, organization, and belief. It's a story of a civilization that aimed for eternity and in many ways achieved it. What do you think is the most incredible part of the Great Pyramid story? The sheer scale, the engineering precision, or the human dedication behind it? Let me know in the comments below. It's a mystery that continues to capture our imagination, reminding us that with a powerful vision and collective effort, humanity can achieve the seemingly impossible. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey back in time. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss our next adventure into the wonders of the past. Until next time, stay curious.